What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of our Crusader States campaign. Now, last episode we fought a large battle in the Nabatea region, wiping out quite a lot of Egyptian forces, and now we're continuing to besiege this little town, large town over here, so we can secure this southern region. However, we did lose the Syria region, so we're sending up this guy here with this small army to hopefully try to retake it. And we also have a bit of a siege going up on the north. Our army that's in Adana is being surrounded by some Seljuk Turks. So that is the situation we are currently in. We probably need to be training some more troops just due to the fact I want to be expanding a bit quicker. Once we take this region, the large Egyptian cities appear to be relatively weak. They don't appear to have too many troops in them. So if we can bring this oncoming army here, take this town, we can hopefully push towards the western Egyptian cities. So that's where we're at. Send turn. Let's see what happens. The Holy Roman Empire appears to be fighting some Genoese people over there. What else is going on? They're moving north. The Crown of Castile and the Republic of Venice, they've got a diplomat in my region, heading over to Adana. And also they tried to take Milan, but they failed miserably, which is not a surprise. Venice, Sister Legion, Noah, Scotland, the Cumans. Oh, let's see what they want. I'd happily accept a trade deal with
My Sultan sends me with word for your leader.
I would definitely like to exchange map information. Oh, because we're very untrustworthy. It takes a lot. I mean, I'll accept that. I want to know where they are.
We are humbled you bring
oh my god. Okay, so they're all the way in the northeast up there, the Cuman Khanate. They're a pagan religion, and they appear to have a large area of land. Interesting. And a big Turkish army is heading north. Interesting. Okay, the Fatimids. They are coming to us. They've got a large army down the south there, and they're building up that large force over there. Although it appears that none of our enemies have attacked us this turn, which is definitely useful. Perfect. They're just moving some troops about, but it doesn't look like they're going to attack us, which is definitely a good thing. Or if they did move an army right next to the town we're besieging, I don't know if you know where this is going. If an army's outside the town, you can attack it, and that kind of means it draws out the defending garrison, meaning you don't have to try and storm the walls. And that can enable us to get a pretty quick victory. So I'll definitely do that. Very nice. The Egyptians, they're moving forces north as well. It looks like we're going to be attacked from the south. We've got to watch out for that. The Poles, the Hungarians, the Rus. All of these people don't really affect me at the moment. So at the moment, I am feeling pretty safe. Feeling pretty happy in my position. Once we take back Syria and take that town we're besieging over there, as long as we can hold, we'll be in a very solid position. A merchant's guild, sure. A great trade fair, I don't need one of those. A blacksmith in Kerak. And we've trained a few more troops. Now I'm a bit worried about this army that appears to be approaching us from the west. So I'm going to move some troops into the old Egyptian capital just to stop it being taken. Okay. Continue to march north. We can now besiege our old city, hopefully taking that back relatively soon. There we go. They do have some decent troops in there, but it's really only the cavalry I'm worrying about. These guys, they're going to take a small little force of men, including some of the troops we currently have stationed in Antioch, And we're going to try to strike at something, maybe this little castle over here of Aleppo. So we'll go attack that. Lithuania and the Cuman Khanate are allies. Some wars going on. Nothing that affects us, but here we go. I think if I attack that little army over there, I should be able to get in. I'm a bit worried that if, you know, I do, it will just all be for nothing. So I'm going to save it. I'm going to go attack it.
Closing to engage.
And there we go. This battle brings in all the forces in the area. And hopefully we can fight them all. We have some absolutely mad Zweihanders. My absolute favourite unit. They're absolutely mad. So hopefully they can chop through some of the Fatimid spearmen. This should be a good battle. Okay, so the enemy appears to have the slight terrain advantage. They're on a bit of a hill. So I'm going to try and get up here. Make sure I start on a hill as well. I'm going to get all the troops. I don't know what position they're in right now. It doesn't appear to be too poor. But I'm just going to change it up slightly. The only issue with this army, if I'm being honest, is it's a large lack of any sort of cavalry. But apart from that, it's pretty solid. It's got some very good infantry. You know, the best of the best heavy infantry. What else? It also has some lovely Templar heavy spearmen who look pretty cool in my opinion. They're basically knights, but they're spearmen. We also have, you know, some Templar squires. We've got some knights of Jerusalem, cannons of the Holy Sepulchre, and of course those Zweihanders. There we go. So let's start this battle. There is the enemy force. The enemy reinforcements appear to be delayed. I judge that by the fact they're not here. And so I think I can begin going in to shoot at them with the archers. And then once we've done that, the rest of the troops can begin moving in. But for now, we can just kind of turn to face them. I'm not too worried about actually fighting them. So maybe if we just take this kind of ridge up here, we can be in a good position. So our archers are advancing, we've got some decent ones. And let's take a look at their force. Arab cavalry. That is certainly going to be an issue. If it runs down our archers, we could be in trouble here. So we're going to send in our Templar heavy spearmen to hopefully sort that out. And it appears they're running this way. So for now, those archers are going to pull back slightly to get away from these Arab cavalry men who are running them down. Pretty annoying there. But our spearmen are starting to try and get close. The Arab cavalry have struck, but they're about to be surrounded. Perfect. Here we go. The spearmen hit into them. And we're going to start to inflict some casualties on them. Very nice. And the rest of the main infantry force, of course, is taking some casualties. And their general is running. We're now going to just charge their troops.
Our men have captured the enemy general. Guard him well and make it so he can see us defeat the rest of his army.
So now we're just going to charge their main block of infantry, who's the main bit being a bit of an issue. We're just shooting them, we're charging them. We've got some heavy spearmen, all that lot. Let's charge the Nubian archers with our general. And in come our heavy spearmen, our knights of Jerusalem, all that lot. We're hopefully going to end up dealing a pretty good amount of damage against the enemy. So we're just dealing with these guys, and we're just charging into the Nubians there.
The battle is very much in our favour. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
Just continuing to run down all these Arab infantry here, who are, you know, fleeing before the might of our great army. But it appears that once more those Arab cavalry have decided to come back and try and fight us. A bit foolish if you ask me. I don't think they'll last long. And as I expected, they're already wavering. And they're broken. Last thing to deal with is these Nubian archers. And as soon as we take them out, that should be a small bit of the battle.
They hope to make up in numbers what the enemy flees the battle.
Okay.
Run down those worthless peasants.
This is perfect. So we've defeated the first portion of the enemy army, but now their reinforcements have arrived. I was worried we were going to win the battle before their reinforcements arrive, which would have been a bit of an issue, but now, this is the main garrison we're fighting here. We can pull back to our hill and prepare to fight the oncoming Mamluk hordes. So our men are just going to position onto the hill. They're tired, but they can rest a while they get into position. You can get our archers ready to shoot. We should do quite well. We've got a very varied army in terms of infantry. I'd say my favourite out of all of them, like I said, is the Templar Heavy Spearmen and the Zweihanders. But I also really do love the Templar Squires, just because they've got those lovely big maces. And who doesn't love a mace? So, the enemy are slowly approaching us. Slowly but surely. I don't know if they're going to attack us or we're going to have to attack them. Let us see. So they're forming up here. And it definitely looks like they're advancing towards us. They have a smaller infantry army. They've got some Arab cavalry on the flanks. But they have a large amount of artillery. Now, artillery, the fact they have that is both good and bad. One, means they'll have less, troops in terms of numbers, since lots of their unit slots are taken up by artillery. But it is an issue with them, flinging giant burning rocks at our massed formations. So, it's going to be interesting to see how this one goes. It appears they're advancing some units here. Some Nubian archers. We might be able to shoot at them, and I think already we are starting to. Oh my goodness. And here are the catapults. It appears they are going to be a bit of an issue. Very annoying. I think a few of our men starting to reload, starting to shoot at some of the archers down there. And these catapult shots. Oh my goodness, that is some significant damage to our best unit there. That is not good. We're decimating this small unit of Nubian archers. They shouldn't last too long. Already being cut to shreds. There's not really much I can do about these catapults. I just kind of have to sit here, hold my ground, shoot the enemy. Hope they come to me. Still shooting. Oh, these ones nearly hitting.
They hope to make up in numbers what they lack in bravery.
It appears the enemy have got some reinforcements behind us. But just here we go. The enemy, it looks like they're starting to position for a frontal assault on our forces. Interesting. I don't know. Yes, we are in range for, their main infantry. So, of course, that is what they'll be ordered to target. Mainly because that is the biggest threat currently. And we are taking casualties from these catapults. However, I hope we're inflicting a lot back at them with our archers. But so far it's pretty equal. Ballista shots arcing over our generals' heads. Like bees, our arrows are buzzing towards the enemy troops. That's a mangonel. That is not something I want to see the enemy having. Big flaming oil. These ballistas. I mean, they're not very accurate. That's the only good thing about this situation. Some of these shots are looking like they might get a hit in. narrowly missing our brave Crusader army. We've killed a portion of the enemy army. It's not a big portion, it's not a small portion, it's a portion. But so far all we can do is just shoot at the enemy. The burning oil is doing more damage to their men than to ours, but this barrel right here, that was not good. Here we go, we've got some Arab cavalry. What's it charging into? Spear militia, foot knights will hold on that flank. Here we go, Arab cavalry will hold against that. Since their troops are starting to get close, I'll just pull back our lines of archers back to the safety of the back, and hopefully they'll survive. The Arab cavalry, you know, the first charge is always going to inflict some casualties, but hopefully we'll kill them pretty quickly. Although it appears they're doing pretty well. So I'm just going to engage all of our troops. They've hit us with some spear militia. Oh my goodness. Our ranks are being absolutely decimated here. I've not seen anything like this. The mangonels just absolutely crushing our men. The Hashim, the guys with practically infinite morale, they're attacking us, which is a shame. Where are the Zweihanders? We need to get them involved. They need to be charging some troops, dealing some sort of damage.
The battle is very much in our favor. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
You know, it honestly doesn't feel like victory is certain. It's feeling pretty tough right now, if I'm being honest. I'm not feeling too happy with our position. I just want to get my general involved quickly, because I feel like the men aren't going to be too happy with the position. And these Zweihanders are absolutely insanely elite. They're just slaughtering the Saracen militia, holding our centre like a champ. I'm impressed. Another practical nuclear blast detonating over our heads. Lovely. Those mangonels, they will need to be silenced soon. The Arab cavalry is falling back slightly. The Saracen militia needs to be dealt with. We're sending some Templar sergeants just to hit into the ranks, the back flank of the spear militia. And there we go, we've wavered some of them, these Saracen militia. And then they're going to turn around
The enemy is badly
and fight
They have
those
lost half
guys.
their men.
And it feels like they're starting to retreat in some places, especially this sector here. I'm feeling rather happy. I think if we can get some men from this area to go fight in other places, especially these cannons of the Holy Sepulchre, if we can get them back into the fight somewhere else, that would be extremely useful, to say the least. But our lines are holding strong. Our troops are elite, so we're definitely not going down easily. And we're just carving through them with the Zweihanders. They're going absolutely mad. They might even kill their general here. Okay, maybe not quite, but close enough. They do have some reinforcements here attacking our flanks, but it's archer militia, so not exactly the best of the best. We're just going to charge those Arab cavalry guys, hit them with some maces. That should deal with them. And I think, it seems like at least, the battle is starting to turn around, definitely. We need to now charge these mangonels and whatnot. Silence the artillery. I might send just some of my crossbowmen to shoot at their archers. The mangonels are still quite happy, actually. But, you know, if I can hit into them, rout them slightly, That would be nice. I think we're going to let the infantry do that. They're better suited to slogging through the enemy. Our general, he can charge their archers. So the battle may be won, but we are still taking casualties. For sure. The bodyguards, we're still needing to deal with them. So our foot knights of Jerusalem, as well as the general, is going to hit into them. And a small little desperate duel. Their general got himself in a bit of a sticky situation there. And those Arab cavalry, they're back alive. We're needing to kill them. We're going to charge the bodyguard here, we're going to fight them. Our archers probably will end up killing him. And we're starting to charge the enemy catapults.
Praise death will break his men's resolve.
And I think the enemy are going to start to crumble now. The battle is over. They know it. They're going to start to flee, start to rout. They won't last long. It's now just a matter of mopping up. I'm crashing into these archer militia here, dealing all sorts of damage.
Our cowardly foe runs. We must push our advantage.
And now all that's left to do is mop up the enemy forces.
The enemy is badly our army is tiring.
Because these catapults have been defeated and we have won. At a great cost, I will say. The battle was by no means easy. The enemy catapults did horrible things to our men. However, with some good morale and some even better Zweihanders, we managed to win the day. I don't care if the Zweihanders didn't do much, they are my absolute favourite. So, good job to them. We're just going to run down anything we can actually catch up to, which includes one catapultier man, pretty much. We'll get these Saracen militia, they might be worth something in ransom, but that's not really what I care about. I care about executing the prisoners so there's less men to fight us. And there we go, clear victory.
Belongs to men of great virtue and
we killed
valor.
over 1,000, a clear victory. We did well. Happy with that one? Okay, execute the prisoners. And that seems to be pretty good. And now we can continue the siege, knowing now that it's not very likely we lose.
Ready and able.
I'll take some Sudanese tribesmen, just to bolster the ranks, because I do know that we'll need some men to storm the walls. And one turn till we siege that. We'll siege that in one turn. All that's looking good. So many cardinals have been promoted and died. What does the Pope think of me? Pretty good. I wonder, can we call a crusade on anywhere? We could call one on Frankfurt, Vienna, Vilnius, Cairo, Granada, some random place, Tunis, Alexandria, Medina. Oh, that's a bit far south. None of these places I'm too interested in. Except maybe Cairo. But at the moment, I'm fighting things a bit closer to home. I think we're the faction the Pope loves the best, apart from the Teutonic Order and the Crown of Aragon. We're at war with... Oh yeah, we were at war with Venice because they decided to attack us, which was not very nice of them. They've still got a fleet around here, yeah.
Ready to say. Admiring the
3 units. Wonder what they're up to. Okay, I'm pretty happy. I'm feeling good that we can end turn.
Lucky we will receive you at all, infidel.
So, Turks, you want peace?
The Sultan has killed
No.
men for less. If you came to insult us, it has worked.
Okay, so it looks like they don't want peace. I'm going to finally start using my diplomats, which I probably should have been doing long ago. I'm going to send him north into France. I need to be actually using him to get some good trade deals. Anything else we need to do? No, we're ending turn. The French, I mean, they are the ones I kind of want to make a good trade deal with the most. I feel like we can make some good money from that. Venice, the Republic of Venice, heading into Turkey.
The enemy attacks.
And talking to the Phoenician fleet, they sunk a random one of our navies. And they're blockading Jerusalem and the port in the old Egyptian capital. Okay. The Cuman Khanate. I'd like to think we're on good terms with them. Byzantines, Novgorod, Moors, the Turks, okay. They're going to try and attack Adana. I do expect them to do that pretty soon. What did I say? They're attacking. Lovely siege defense. My favourite. Let's do this. Here we go. We could definitely hold this. Get some javelin men, archers at the gates. We can get some spearmen. They won't stand a chance. Unless they have catapults and trebuchets, of course. That would be a bit of a shame, actually. But no, just a siege tower, a ram, and a few ladders. So let's think, how are we going to position our men? Get the men, shove them over there. So, we've got a few units of archers and things. We're going to put some of them there. We're going to put some of them over here. And our two main units of crossbowmen are going to go over here. And there appears to be a extremely damaged wall section there. Don't know what that's from. And the rest of the crossbowmen can just go over there. We've got a few Kurdish javelin men. We can shove them on the walls. And to guard the gates, we will give that job to these two units. Good job. Of guarding this wall section over here from the ladder crews that are sure to try and take it, we're going to give to this ragtag bunch. And the rest of our tiny amount of infantry can be positioned over here. This might not end up being easy, mostly due to the fact that they just have more places they're going to attack. What's left up here? We've got some troops, do we? Some spearmen and archers. I mean, they'll be useful. We can put them all probably up on the walls over here. Spearmen, archers, they can just hold that section over there. And there we go. It looks like some of our crossbowmen are already firing, including some of our archers. Everything's starting to reload, which is nice. The enemy appears to be made up of mainly spear militia, so nothing too special. So that is something good. I think we're just going to kind of shoot at them for the moment. We're shooting at them all with whatever we've got. Down here at the gates, the spearmen will do their job. And it might be that the ram catches on fire. It looks like we're going to have a more immediate threat though. Ladder crews already at the walls. So they're going to need to be deployed rapidly.
Our enemy's ladders have reached the walls. It is time for butcher's work.
Yeah, they are beginning to press forward towards our troops. Their ram is probably going to do the same. So that is not ideal. I think the ladders, they're being raised over there and over
the enemy
here.
have ladders at the walls.
These guys, they're just archers though. So we'll do a better job against them. Here comes the ram getting onto our walls. And these spearmen over here, they need to reposition rapidly. Because it turns out the enemy are going to attack over here. However, I've noticed one thing. As soon as the wall's destroyed,
Towers reach the walls.
I don't understand
Let
how they're
courage
going to
and
get up.
Beware! The enemy have a ram at our gates.
I feel like something interesting could happen when they try to get over. Or it could not. We'll see. Because I don't think they can cross this bit. So these crossbowmen can kind of just shoot them from one side of the wall.
Our men are winning the battle.
These guys,
If we
these
continue
Turkish
like this,
archers,
we will smash the enemy.
we're defeating them. The spearmen are holding the walls fine. I think I underestimated our men. I thought they were going to have a much rougher time on the walls. We're continuing to shoot at them. We have indeed killed 20% of the enemy force. Goodness me. And I'm just going to now begin to grab some men. They can now move off the walls and into different sections of the walls. Okay, these crossbowmen, they've got a really good view towards a lot of these troops over there. Again, the ladders, a lot of the guys on them have fled. So back to the gates they go. Very good. Our brave mounted sergeants, they're still holding. The burning oil can't really get through the guys on the ram. They've got some sort of, basically a tent over their heads. These Templar sergeants, they can position themselves over there. And what else? Any spare infantry units? These guys, they need to flood off the walls. That would be pretty useful if they did that. We're continuing to shoot at the men down there, and we have killed 27% of the enemy. Now it appears that those men over there, those Turkish archers, actually cannot get up the siege tower. Because as I thought, the fact that the wall's damaged, which is probably by my earlier attacks, which I did to take this city, have meant that they cannot actually get in. Which is amazing. Burning oil doing its job, toasting a lot of the enemy, and already they're shaken and routing. But here comes the real threat. The Sisyphe Lancers. They are solid swordsmen, solid cavalrymen.
Very much in our favor.
So we're going to have to use a lot of the burning oil and all that to deal with them, because they're still pretty eager, still pretty happy. The chaplain men, I mean, I hope they actually get some chaplains in. They've used some of their ammunition, which is a good sign. They've done something. Our general, he's now going to charge. He's just going to finish the job. Get in on this exposed flank here. And that should be the end of those Sisyphe Lancers. Perfect. So there we go. We've killed the Saracen general.
Running back to the desert.
So they're defeated. These Turkish archers over here, rout them. Rout the spear militia.
The battle is very
rout
much
the
in our
Turkish
favor.
archers.
If we remain true and the enemy flees
And
the
that
battle.
was it.
Run down
Simple
those
as that.
worthless peasants.
And now we're just running a few of them down that's left alive. Very happy with that. We held just like how I wanted to hold. Apparently that's a heroic victory. I think it's because we only lost 72 men. But yeah, I'm happy with that one. Very good. My men did well, they held the walls, executed the prisoners, and we have Adana. It seems like some of them are coming back for another try. So a second army is sieging us. I'm, again, really not that worried.
We are under siege. Shall we ride out?
Okay, now the Egyptians. What are they going to do? The Fatimids. I think they're kind of massing on their side of the border here. It doesn't look like they're planning an attack just yet. I think they're building up forces to retake their capital. That's what it seems like to me, at least. They're moving some troops about, but again, not really that much. But here they go. They're going to try to go defend that large town we're sieging. So, I think that's what their plan is. Now, the turn we're about to have, if all goes well, we should be able to take 2 cities, besiege another one, and then I can tell you our empire is going to be in a good place. We're going to siege Aleppo. We're going to retake our Syrian provinces. And I think now that we've, damaged a lot of the forces down in the south, that town should be a bit of a pushover. There we go. The Moorish Caliph is dead. Hungarian princess comes of age. The Seljuk Sultan is dead. I think we might have killed him. Wait, no, that was someone else. That wasn't us. Okay. Just in case our auto-resolves don't quite work. First one is to try and take this town here. There we go. We've taken that. We've taken a town. Mission success. 4 units of Templar squires. That is a bonus. Very happy about that. That can replace some of our less powerful units defending the old Egyptian capital. So that's a pretty good mission reward. That's good. And of course we got a big pot of cash from that. And now I hope that this might also be an easy one. So let's check. This one, they've got a good general. So apparently that's a crushing defeat. We're going to have to stick outside the walls for a bit longer with that one. Okay. So we're probably going to have to get a general in that army, I think. So we'll retreat, but just for time's sake. We'll grab a few extra units. They can join the siege.
Orders.
And here we go, Aleppo, besiege that city there. That's going to be pretty easy. So we've got another port down here in the Red Sea. So I'm going to raise the taxes, repair some buildings. And we can't train much there, but it's better than nothing. That looks good. Kerak, which was once our city right on the edge, constantly being attacked, is now pretty safe, if I do say so. So I have a question. Should I convert it into a town now? What do you guys think? As well as this castle over here and Nicosia. Should I convert all 3 of them into towns? I'm actually definitely going to convert Nicosia into one, because that's definitely safe. But I want to know with Kerak and Acre, I want to know if these should be converted into towns. Leave a comment if I should do that. But overall, I'm pretty happy with how our empire is looking. We've expanded, we've held, we've fought battles. What are these guys? The Constable of Jerusalem. They appear to be some epic, unique cavalry guys. I want them. And some Edessan Guard. So I'll build that big old barracks in Jerusalem. That'll make me happy. And where else? I think I might keep this, by the way, as a castle, because it's a good troop training hub. But Kerak, castle, or Tvit city? Let me know. Well, thank you for watching this episode of the Crusader Kingdoms Empire. If you did enjoy, please do leave a like. Leave a comment if you got something to say. If you want to see more content like this, you want to stay tuned for my next episodes, hit that subscribe button and the bell. Thank you for watching, and get ready to see the next episode very soon.